Hi everyone, this is Nora. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to start off by showing you a couple of totes that I have that I take with me on the go. Obviously to put my planner in there. So there's 4 of them. 3 of them are from small planner shops and another one's just one I threw in just because it is convenient and it's nice. After this, I will share the update on my personal rings that I recently said I was going to show you because things just kind of went a different direction once I started to prep for work. So first off, this is the Rosy Puppet 3. This one is a little bit whiter. Okay, this one's in a cream color. In fact, all of the 3 totes that I'm going to show you from planner shops are in the color cream. So you do have to be careful of them getting dirty. Like I know I have some crayon right here on mine. I don't know if you can see that on the camera here, but it is what it is. I haven't washed it because I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of trying to see what I'm going to do, but for now, this little green mark doesn't bug me. I have my A5 rings right here. So just to kind of give you an idea of how this fits, whether it's like this or like this. And that way you can kind of see if your planner would fit, which it will. A lot of planner goodies are going to fit in here. And I know that this is on sale right now at Rosie's shop. So definitely if you feel that this is your vibe, I would highly recommend getting it. So the strap is just like your average straps here, I would say. I will show a comparison with the other 2 totes that I have underneath. And there aren't any pockets. It is a sturdy material. And when you put something in there, it'll open up pretty wide here because it is folded at the bottom. So it does give you a lot of room. So I love this just to throw a bunch of things in here. If you are just going to the gym and you just want to stuff a couple things in here, that would work as well. And I purchased this a while back ago, but sometimes I have the things. And as you know, I really wasn't able to share a lot of videos and now I kind of am. So this is kind of, how can I describe? Like I'm showing things that I've had for several months. So this is not like a recent order. Okay, so this is the first item. The second item, now this was kind of tricky because you could only get this from the cloth and paper sub box. I believe this might even been last year. As you can see, this is a little taller than the one I just showed you. And just to show you my A5 rings right here, obviously there'd be a lot of space there. And with this one too, it got kind of dirty right here. And I'm not sure if I should stick them in the wash or what should I do. I think that's the only drawback with these colors, as pretty as they are. Neither of these, this one or the one I just showed you from Rosy Puppet 3, have like pockets or anything in there. This was nice though for me because it is sturdy, just like the one I just showed you from Rosie. They're both very sturdy as far as it's not like a thin material or anything like that. And the straps to me are pretty substantial. And just to do a strap comparison here, in case you own the cloth and paper one, the Rosy one is a little bit longer. Okay, so you can see that. And I would say that hers is also a little bit more sturdy, but this is going to work for you just fine. Okay, and then the third tote is also from Rosy Puppet 3. And this one, it was the first tote that she launched, and I purchased it immediately. So I believe this might have been either early this year or maybe even last year. I can't quite remember. So this one is a little thinner, and I know that at one point when you would make a purchase, you would get it free with purchase. I'm not even sure if it's available at this moment. I really love this, and I know it's a little thinner compared to the other ones. But I loved it for like when I had to go to the post office just to stick a bunch of packages in there or run a quick errand. But again, you'd have to be careful that it doesn't get dirty just because of the color. You see it picked up a couple fuzzies right here. I really love all of them. I like to alternate between all 3 of them. So let me just show you strap length here, if possible. I would say these 2 are comparable, like meaning they are about the same strap length. I would say Rosie might be, no, they're about the same. Yeah, I thought that maybe Rosie was just a little bit longer, but no, just about the same. Okay, and even with height and width, they're pretty much the same. So in case you do have the cloth and paper one, Rosie's the same, just a lighter color. Okay, And this one here, just to do a color comparison, is kind of in the middle of the 3 colors here. This one doesn't say anything on the back, only in the front. I love this one. Absolutely love this one. This is kind of my go-to at the moment. And neither does this one. Doesn't have anything on the back. And finally, Rosie's doesn't have anything on the back either. I'm sure you saw a glimpse of that earlier. And so I just threw this one in here because, oh, by the way, this one doesn't have any pockets in there either. The one I just showed you from Rosie, this one right here, that one doesn't have any pockets. But this one I picked up from Barnes & Noble, and maybe you might have this tote. And I think this one's a little bit more structured. You can kind of see that. I love the color of this. And I saw someone on Instagram post it, and I was like, I got to run and buy that immediately. So you can buy them independently, or of course, if you're a member, you would get it. It's very sturdy, of course, because you would carry books, lots of books in here. And I do like this one when I have a lot to carry, something that's heavier. And I love that it does have an inside pocket right there. And it even has one right here for like a water bottle, like, or something, depending on the size of your water bottle, or for your keys, whatever it may be. So I love this one as well. And I thought I'd just kind of throw it in here. So this one says a bag of books here. And then on the back, the same thing. And then even here, you have something on the side. And right here. Okay, so that is it for totes. I really feel like when I have a lot that I'm carrying that it's heavy, this one does the best job, right? But then, like I said, with all these 3, I do alternate. But lately, I've been gravitating more towards this one here because I do like how wide it is and a lot can fit in there. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. And that is my personal rings. So let me get this right here. Okay. All right. So I started prepping for work and I needed to write some things in advance, like meaning in my weeklies. And I was using the Peanuts Planner Co. inserts. I can link the video below because I switched everything out and I don't even have the inserts with me at the moment. Point being is that since those inserts were undated, it was just a no. I'm sorry. They were just wonderful and I love them. Also, I want to point out that I just recently shared a video that I am testing out some weekly hourly inserts in my A5 ring agenda, and those are undated. So I kind of had to make some decisions. Do I keep going with this whole undated business? And I know at heart I'm not an undated girl, I'll tell you that. But I decided to, okay, fine. I will continue to do the weeklies undated and date those. But in the A5 ring agenda, but in the personal rings, I just thought it was just a bit too much. So I love to streamline my things, and I'm just kind of prefacing all of this before I show you the flip because it changed completely from what I showed last time. So because I love to streamline my inserts and my deco and everything, I realized that I didn't want, because what I gravitated to, I'll show you in a minute, was from Infinite Lotus, the personal size rings and the week on 2 pages I'm going to show you in a minute, because it had the grid. It's one of the only ones from the shop that I believe has a grid, like for a week on 2 pages. It was dated. I had it already, so it was just simple. With that change, though, I realized, I'm not really liking the vibe of how the Infinite Lotus inserts are looking with some of the other inserts from Peanuts Planner Co. So I went in and I switched things out. Okay, so that the other inserts now that I have that I'm going to show you, I think they go better with the Infinite Lotus ones. And in addition to that, I realized that I wanted something super simple. I was trying to do things for work and I was just all over the place, looking at this, looking at that, and I was getting distracted by some of my trackers as well. And I said, no. In fact, I was even tempted to let this go and just jump in a notebook. But then I said, if I can just make this super simple, even more so than before, I think this could work. So I don't leave this because I love rings and I don't jump like in a notebook or in some kind of book bound or something. It's just too much changes, right? Plus, I already had the inserts that I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to do a flip of this guy and just kind of show you how simple this is now. I really do consider this a notebook, okay? Also, another issue I had was that I didn't want a lot of overlap with what I was doing here and what I've been doing in my A5 ring agenda because, as I said in a previous video, my A5 ring agenda is my main planner. So in order to continue given it that role in my life, I need something super, super simple. So when you see this, you're just gonna be like, what? That's super simple. And it is. That is the point of this. Either it's this super simple setup or a notebook. All right, so let's get into this. I switched out the cards that I had here before, and I went with this card right here just to, again, make this super simple. I don't need the items that I had in there, and I soon realized I just want something that when I open it, I can go straight to where I need to go. This planner card is from Noted Co. that I purchased for the 2024 launch, if I remember correctly. I did still leave this little faded chronicle magnetic pin, I'll call it. It's not really a pin, it doesn't go through the leather, but it's one of those enamel pins. Okay. All right, so I'll just go through the back pocket. I left this intact here with the pen that I'm using, a planner card from May Paper Co., and the stickers that I'm still going to continue using. These were all, and I'll show them to you as I slip them back there. These are both from Papery Planning, and this one from Sweet Caress. Okay. And moving on over here, I wanted this to be super simple, which I did do that in my last planner flip of my personal rings. It just has a clear Cat's Planner Co. dashboard with these beautiful florals over the Noted Co. yearly at a glance. And I used the hearts here to just cover up each month. All right, then I proceeded, and now you'll know where this is going, to include my Rosy Pepper 3, another year at a glance, but the reason why is because this one, I don't know if you can really see it, I have some mini dots here, transparent dots, where I'm marking my period. The reason why is in case I need to go to an appointment, I want to make sure that I can get to this immediately and let that person know when I had my period. Okay, medical appointment, I should say. So I put this here. So in the way, I know it's kind of doubling up, but this one serves a purpose, just crossing off the month when it's completed. And this is for my period tracking. All right. I still am only using top tabs, nothing on the side here besides the little brass clips here from Midori. So this is the next section. I decided to go with Rosie's month on 2 pages. And I did put my little tracker here because I do enjoy crossing this off. In fact, I kind of transfer these ideas over to my A5 ring agenda. But when I'm at work, I can definitely cross this off and, you know, that the day is over and whatnot. So I put those right here. And here are the month on 2 pages. I did back plan because I had these inserts and I said, why not? And I follow the same pattern that I've been doing with each month is a different color for the transparent dot. Only putting the dots on medical appointments and putting this little dollar sign. And by the way, this is from Rosy Pepper 3, these here. And these little icons are for paydays from Rosy Pepper 3 as well. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I will say that this is the only section that I'm hoping will double up moving forward. Because of course, if I'm out and about and I still don't find joy in bringing this planner, and I know some people take it out and about and they say it's not that big, but personally I don't feel like always having to worry about having a big bag. I want something smaller. So I think this size for me, personal rings, just works for me if I go to a medical appointment. I don't want to take out this big A5 ring agenda. I've done it. Let me tell you, I've done it and it was just a little bit too much. So knowing that, I prefer the smaller, more portable size. And so I have all of this filled in. And this is the current month right here. And I've really enjoyed using these little page pins right here. I did cut it. This one is from Cloth and Paper. And I've been kind of gravitating towards this color in particular, because the other ones that you couldn't really see it, even though it's a white paper. But I pretty much, you can kind of see where I snipped it, so that I can put that there to cross off these days that I go back to work for these meetings that I have. And yeah, like I said, all of the transparent dots kind of, you know, they go according to the month. So they're a little bit different from month to month, kind of following the same thing I'm doing in my A5 ring agenda. Okay, so this should be the only part that doubles up, meaning where I'm rewriting the same thing in those monthlies and this one, these as well. But let me move forward then to the next section. As I said, well, you see this says weekly right there. These are also from Infinite Lotus. sticky notes here in case I need to jot down something. And these are the inserts that I'm going for. I love that they're grid, so I'm continuing that as well. And it gave me just enough space to write everything. I felt this was very similar to the peanuts that I showed last time. However, I don't have to track anything here because I have trackers in my A5 ring agenda for sleep and mood and my habits and my steps and other reading trackers, etc. And again, I just can't keep doubling up too much, right? As much as I want it to be in the personal sides, I really need this to be a focused planner for work items. So this week, it just flows really well for me. I'm okay with not having to fill all this up. It may fill up depending how busy I am at work. And yeah, I ended up going with these. I will say that the rosy paper here goes very well with the Infinite Lotus paper. By the way, I still do have my codes. For rosy, it's Nora 10, and for Infinite Lotus is Nora 8. These are dated, of course, because I told you that was my big issue, was that the others were not dated. It just got to be a bit too much having to date 2 agendas. And one, the A5 ring agenda, is more than enough for me. And the good thing is I can now use some of the stickers that I was using in the Peanuts Planner Co. for the dates over here. Because I can't get those stickers anymore because Papery Planning closed. And I'll show them to you real quick here. Maybe you can tell me where I can find something like this because I don't know where to go because I loved her font as well. So let me just pull them out. These are right here. This is perfection for me, and now I don't have to worry about reserving these for my personal rings and the Peanuts inserts. I can now use them in my A5 ring agenda. Okay, so let me just continue here. And then I have the entire year. This is the remaining entire year because I decided, let me make sure I just have August till December when my semester ends at work. And my last section, believe it or not, is just, again, sticky notes, top tab from Infinite Lotus, grid notes. That's it. I know it's super simple. These grid notes are from Rosie, and I love them because they're such a small grid. I mean, compared to other grids that I've used. And I love that it's just clean. I don't have to, I know I had some from Peanuts, but it had like the hours here on the side, and I really don't want that. I just wanted just an actual notes insert, not additional things or anything like that for work notes or to jot down things during meeting. I thought that this was just the best thing for me that I needed. However, in the back here, I used to have a bunch of stickers. I took them out because I'm still debating what stickers I'm going to take on the go, depending on what I'm going to need, because I wish these would fit in here because these are the ones I'm using a lot in the personal rings. But unfortunately, it doesn't quite fit unless I cut it, and I'm still kind of debating. This would be what would go in there. I could also put some of those strips here like I have these other ones, but we'll see. And then this is the page lifter. Oh, so these 2 items are for May paper, and this is a page lifter for May paper as well. And I just have some sticky notes here, and that is it. So as you can see, this setup is super, super simple. It is not bulky because I'm always very careful with not bulking up my LV, this because I don't want gapping. I don't know what I would do if I had gapping, to tell you the truth. And so now it is super slim. It has the most essential things that I need to go to a medical appointment, go to work, know what's going on, and not feel like it's super bulky and that I'm repeating absolutely everything in here and then in my A5 ring agenda. So that is my update for my personal rings that I had hinted at during the last video. And of course, I do love that it fits in here very well. No issues there. So I am ready to go. And I love this little dust bag that I have shown a couple times before. So thank you so much. I will tell you one more thing. And honestly, and I even said it in my last video, work really dictates what's going to happen with my planner setup. I'm just glad that I'm going back and forth between these 2 and not like a huge planner stack of like 10 or something, right? At least I can focus on these 2 and what I have going on. And I think this is why I love ring agendas so much, because I'm doing these refreshes, like meaning I'm switching out inserts, I'm trying this, I'm trying that. And that flexibility is unmatched. I can't find that anywhere else. And I think that's why I continue to stay in ring agendas. So what I was going to tell you is that in here, seeing that I went so simple here, I was able to then move some of the items I had in my last setup over to here. And that way it'll be very, how can I put it, like more personal. It's not going to have anything that's work related, because that's what I want. I want it to be where, let's say I happen to leave this planner at work, I can fully survive on my A5 ring agenda without saying, oh my goodness, I left my agenda and I need to drive back to work and get this agenda because I left it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Yes, I will sync the monthly views, but then for me, it's not a big deal because I do not use like Google Cal or any of those things. I don't use anything, virtual or anything along those lines, online, whatever you want to call it. I instead use these two. So syncing these two planners to me is essentially if you would do something like, some kind of online system, whatever that may be, and then having like a paper planner type of thing. But instead, mine's just happen to both be paper planners. So work and personal. I will keep you updated on what's going on in this one because I know I just shared a flip, but then last night I sat down and I saw some things that just weren't working because of the overlap that was going on. And now now I should say that I have some clarity on what's going on here. Now I was able to kind of migrate some items that I had here and leave them only here. Thank you again for your patience because it's not easy. But at the same time, I enjoy these type of switch ups. I love sharing what's going on and giving you updates. I hope you're all doing well, and I look forward to your comments and feedback. Have a great day or evening.